Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today, we have an extraordinary guest to feature. We are discussing the Patek Philippe 5016R Grand Complication. You can see this Grand Complication Patek Philippe minute repeater, retrograde perpetual calendar, tourbillon, and chronometer on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos. And please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this Patek Philippe 5016R Grand Complication. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. This watch has the look and the feel of a legend. Yes, this piece produced from 1993 to about 2011 was application only. Yes, perhaps fewer than 200 of them exist. And yes, it's come from the cover of your favorite auction catalog to my wrist. This is the same reference that holds the world record for the highest price ever paid at auction for a wristwatch at about $7.5 million for a steel version at Only Watch in 2015. But if you strip away the celebrity, the auction hoopla, the hype, the talk of money and value, and you don't conflate those two significantly. Forget where the watch comes from, what it's worth, and who made it. If you were to simply discover this watch and explore its artistic, its artisanal, its engineering merits, its virtuosity, you would be absolutely taken by it, not knowing what it is. And I can tell you, it's taken me. This is a timepiece that measures a discrete 36.5 millimeters across the round of the case. That's not including the crown or the repeater slide. It's fairly slim considering the 506 pieces inside. The watch is only 13.5 millimeters thick, and you'll note it is generously sloped on the flank. The repeater slide doesn't project out very far at all. The bezel is beautifully domed. This is an easy watch to fit underneath a tight sleeve or dress cuff, and believe me, you will want to wear it with all formal attire, but it also works well with smart casual attire. It's an all occasions watch as long as you don't need to play rough or get wet. Now across the wrist it has a 45 millimeter lug to lug span, so it's wearable on a huge range of wrists. Trust me, you don't have a big enough forearm to overpower the persona and gravitas of this watch, but happily it also works on the small wrist. In my estimation, down to 13 centimeters in circumference, you're going to wear this watch with security, style, and proportion. Now it doesn't weigh terribly much because it is traditional in size, and I mean very traditional in size, discreet and handsome. This isn't the kind of watch that a Tony Stark or an Elon Musk would wear. This is the kind of watch that a Gianni Agnelli would wear. It's matched with a simple, traditional gloss alligator leather strap, black with folded edges and a monotone stitch, and a most unassuming Patek Philippe matching rose gold pin buckle. Classical in profile, the case does not lack for definition. As you can see, horizontal guidrons, fluting of the beautifully wrought, welded-on lugs. You can see that the case band features a number of defining lines: the junction with the bezel, the junction with the case back, the slide of the minute repeater. So it has a tremendous amount of presence and personality. Apart from the complication and the value, the watch simply has an interesting and beautifully detailed shape. The combination of rich red gold with this black dial with its hand-applied, high-polished rose gold Breguet Arabic numerals is stunning and scintillating. It sizzles. First of all, contrast is excellent, so at the most fundamental level, the watch succeeds as a timepiece. It's very easy to read, and you can see the gorgeous, polished 18-karat red gold Breguet style hands. You can see the white printing of the retrograde radial date, and of course it is a perpetual calendar. You can see the day, the leap year cycle, and the month in apertures. Considering the amount of information being offered here on a small dial, it's extremely well laid out, balanced, easy to read, and handsome. Of course, at 6 o'clock, you'll note that this is a tourbillon, an exquisite case-back tourbillon with constant seconds surrounding a bosom-style 122-year moon phase. Thus, you only have to reset it once every 122 years. You'll also note serial numbering for this tourbillon caliber that matches the movement itself. And yes, this is one of the precious few high horology movements, tourbillon no less, you will find that is also a certified COSC Swiss chronometer. So many high horology houses are afraid to put their money where their mouth is and compete against the likes of Tag Heuer and Breitling and Omega. Patek says, you know what, this watch is going to be a triple grand complication, a retrograde, a moon phase, and we're going to get a COSC certification for it. Quite simply, this is an ambitious timepiece that succeeds on every level. Now, the watch is an extraordinary application application piece, meaning that from 1993 to 2011, when these were made, one more was made for Only Watch in 2015, but during that period, you would have to make an application to the Stern family, which owns and runs Patek Philippe, to be approved to receive one of these, and then there was a years-long wait period. Fortunately, you can purchase this one immediately. So what are you getting? Well, all of the action is on the case back. Most prominently, you can see the third wheel of the movement decorated in spectacular fashion and manufactured entirely from 14-karat gold, harder than 18-karat. It's used for the running gear. You also note the beautiful anglage on these almost octopus-like arms of the wheel, and they're beautifully finished to the point that that wheel by itself requires between 10 and 12 hours to finish. You'll note gorgeous circular Côte de Genève across the bridges, and underneath the golden filigree-style Calatrava cross is the regulator gear that slows down the minute repeater so it runs at its beautiful musical cadence. You can see the black polished repeater hammers right under my thumb. They also have a gorgeous anglage along their edge, rounded off by hand. These too require hours to finish. Now, there's a black polished full bridge cap to the tourbillon, as you can see. Black polish being perhaps the most demanding single finishing art, Patek Philippe combines that with interior angles. You can see each side of this extraordinary bridge featuring no fewer than 4 interior angles. That's the ultimate in finishing ambition. Interior angles and black polish, with a Gyromax style balance that's quite resistant to shock and vibration-induced timing deviation. It's not a sports watch, but it is the better way to regulate a watch for the long haul. Thus, Patek Philippe uses it. And this watch features a Breguet overcoil hairspring that, in addition to the tourbillon function, which helps to even out the effects of gravity and position, the concentrically beating Breguet overcoil helps the watch to resist gravitationally or positionally induced timing deviation. Quite simply, it is magnificent, with 506 parts and 28 jewels, entirely finished by hand. Now, it is a non-water resistant watch, and for a very good reason. Patek Philippe believes that having a non-water resistant case allows the repeater to be more resonant, not having the rubber seals, not having the tight seal from the inside to the outside. The watch is dust proof, but only dust and moisture proof, not actually waterproof. It does have a wonderful musical tone, and rose gold, while not the loudest repeater material, is believed to have the best tonal quality. It is believed to be the most beautiful, the sweetest, the most musical. This is in so many ways something approaching the perfect watch, perfectly sized, perfectly complicated, perfectly finished, perfectly wearable on almost any other wrist. This is a watch that you don't take home, it takes you, and I can admit it's taken me. You can take it home on our website.